Who's your gardener here? Hello YouTube. Sorry about the video, it got cut off on me. But I did get those peppers planted. Here they are right here. Now they look pretty healthy. There was a couple of them like that one there. They grew so close together. I just went ahead and let them double up. In the past, some people are pretty adamant that there only needs to be one plant in a pot, all that, but oh, who's your gardener? I've done well if there was two in there. Put her down in the ground, boy, she'll just grow. Sometimes you get lucky, you'll get twice the amount off of it. If you see that you're not getting like they're fighting against one another as far as yield goes, you can thin them out once you got them planted in the ground. But there they are, whole little tray of peppers. I had a couple back in here. Here's what I kind of noticed. I marked my cups here till I get my. I usually use popsicle sticks to mark them. That's not sop. That is small orange peppers. And I've got SYP, small yellow peppers, and these back here are small red peppers. So germination-wise, the small orange ones did okay. I got about 7 plants out of it. That's counting the double ones, so that's germination of I've got total of 6 pots there. Probably the best one was these yellow ones. I've got actually, I'm going to wind up I think with 9 total. I've got 6 here. I started another row planting those yellow ones. I just hate for them to go to waste. Like I said, I plant in my landscape and stuff, so I'll put it out there, and if it yields, I'll give it away. You know, I'm not opposed to that. Most gardeners do that. Sorry about that. My wife decided it's time to sweep. So let me shut the door. So anyways, some of these red ones, they did germinate some. As you can see, there's, whoa, who's your gardener? Easy boy. See if I can hold her steady enough. There's a little one right there trying to germinate. I just pick them off of the paper towel, and then I plant them. There's one there also. We'll see how they do. Probably, if I had to say from better to worse, the yellow ones did the best. Then the orange ones. And then the red peppers in here probably didn't do as well as the rest of them. So I don't know why that is, but just kind of an observation there. Anyways, we'll take these guys and we'll swing them around here on the. Let's see if I can do this one-handed without dropping stuff. I may or may not be able to do this. Hang on, y'all. Woo! It's getting rowdy up in here. All right, give them their new home. Now they're under my grow light assembly there. And let me show you, I don't know if some of you guys probably know this or do this. Some of you new gardeners out there may not. These guys are way too tender to be spraying or to be watering them with a big giant water can with a solid flow of or big stream of water coming out of it. What I use is just a spray bottle. This thing has had nothing in it other than water. You can buy them at the, see, I even marked it for my family. Don't mess with my water sprayer. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree pretty cheap, and they work really well. You just basically come in and give them a spray. You know, you want to make sure that you do this every day. What'll happen is these little peat pots that I planted them in, that's what these are. Overnight, they'll start to absorb the water out of the soil. So tomorrow when I come out, I'm gonna have to water these guys really good again, and until that peat pot kind of gets saturated, and then it'll help retain the water. One thing you need to know is when you go to plant these peat pots, you do not want the top part of this sticking up out of the ground. What I'll usually do is I'll trim this edge all the way off, because what will happen is you want to plant this plant the same depth as it grew. And the problem with that is my pot's a little higher, as you can see, because when these guys get bigger, I don't want to have a problem of when I water them, all the water just spills over. What I'll do is I'll take a pair of scissors and I'll cut the rim off of that. Sometimes I'll even just pull the whole peat pot off, depending on how the root base looks. If I got a really good root ball coming out, it'll actually grow through the peat pot. Then I'll just tear the bottom of the peat pot off, trim the top, and plant it. The reason I do that is if you leave this up out of the ground and you push the dirt in all the way around this thing, what'll happen is this actually acts like a wick. And what it does is when you go to water your plants, this guy here acts like a wick. It absorbs all the water, and then because it's sticking up out of the ground, it dissipates that water into the atmosphere and it dries out your plant. So you don't want to plant them with this sticking out the top. You want to cut it down to where it's the same height as your dirt inside here, and then plant it. So, all right, well, Who's Your Gardener got to get ready. We got a band competition today with the children, and hopefully they do well. But I knew I had to get these things taken care of. They was getting out of hand. You notice some of them's kind of turned and squirrely. That's because I've let them go too long, and they were growing taller than their little mini greenhouse that I gave them. So anyways, they'll straighten up. They'll be all right. Get them under this grow light, and they'll reach for that light and till they get bigger. So, all right, well, Who's Your Gardener here. Lord bless you. Have a good day.